Hello, I'm Dave, and if you've been watching this channel you'll know that I spend my time exploring the outdoors of the best wee country in the world, Scotland. I'm lucky enough to call bonnie Scotland home. I've climbed its highest snow-capped peaks and have traversed its many ridges. I've been fortunate enough to have explored most of this incredible country, from its enchanting lochs to its majestic glens. Scotland's scenery has often left me lost for words. It's a place where peace and tranquility is abundant, whether you're exploring the mountains or the coast. However, in July last year, me and my girlfriend Amy left Scotland behind. So in this video, I'm going to give a bit of a life update from the months leading up to our departure to the present. Leaving was a hard decision. Not only were we leaving behind the country we had spent most of our lives in, but also our family, dogs, friends, and the endless places that we had fallen in love with, all in search of something new. Would it work out? Let's see. So, this will be my final trip in Scotland as we start here on the Isle of Skye. I'm going to make my way to the Outer Hebrides and reflect back on the trips I've done over the years. Welcome to the Isle of Skye and Glen Brittle campsite. Just got here today. Our plan for tomorrow is the in pin, somewhere up on the Coolin behind us. Hoping the wind dies down. Very windy today. Don't really want that when we're on top of that knife edge ridge rock climbing. So yeah, gonna get an early start. I've agreed to meet the guide at 3 AM. So hopefully should be a good day up and down.
Get it did.
Get it did.
I got a played back to
2:24 AM. Getting up, getting ready. Ready for the in pin. beautiful evening here at Niue Point in the Isle of Skye, the westernmost point on Skye. Over my shoulder there is the lighthouse, and just up here is the Isle of Niue. And if you go further along, it'll head up the way to Harris and the other Outer Hebrides. So the reason that this will be the last video in Scotland is because me and Amy are moving to New Zealand in July. So this is kind of why I'm doing this video. One last tour. So heading over, as I said, to Harris tomorrow. Spend a couple of days in Harris, a couple of days in Lewis before meeting family in Niue. Heading over to St Kilda again. Then back to Harris and Lewis, and that will be it. The last few weeks will just be spent getting things ready to move. The next day I set sail from Uig, leaving behind the mystical Isle of Skye and the Culmination Mountains. After a short journey across the Minch, the ferry arrived in Tarbert. The weather was incredible, so I headed immediately for Luskintyre. So, going to be heading to the island of Taranzy, which is just behind me there. Going to head for that beach. Hopefully it's good. Only got the one puncture to contend with today. So welcome to the island of Taranzy. Just arrived here. As I said before, I came over from Rosamall or Luskintyre, just over there. Rosamall and Luskintyre, beautiful beaches, some of my favourites. But I think this might be a new favourite. I'm the only person here, at least on this beach. Not sure about the rest of the island. Over there, it's busy. It's just such an incredible place. Got the hills of Harris behind. Wow. It's days like these and places like this that make me think, why the fuck am I leaving Scotland? Oh, it's incredible. Really, really one of my favourite places in the whole of Scotland, Harris. Especially on a day like this. I think it's only like 15-16 degrees, but the sun is strong. Oh man. Just what a day, what a day. was Tarrant's. What a beautiful place and what a beautiful day. Time to get back. After crossing back over, I set up camp at one of the Harris Trust sites. I spent the next couple of days relaxing and enjoying the fine weather. I headed over to another favourite campsite, Hoosinish. The campsite itself is great and has a nice beach, but it's the walks and beaches in the surrounding area that really make this place special. Another beautiful beach. First time I've been at this one. Really nice location, surrounded by the hills of Harris. And yep, another beautiful day here in the Outer Hebrides. After leaving Harris, I drove up to Lewis to meet my family, and we stayed at Try na Berry. There were some incredible sunsets. However, in typical Scottish fashion, in the following days the weather started to change. weather was dashing any hopes of a crossing to St Kilda. As the wind and rain pummeled the Isle of Lewis, it made some wild scenes at Mangersta, which my family enjoyed seeing. We made it to Uist, and as predicted, didn't get to St Kilda. We were lucky to get back to the mainland and see some of my best friends get married. In my final weeks, I tried to tick off more bucket list mountains. Some real memorable trips that will last with me a lifetime. So, made it to the top of Ben Lomond, but it's not the Ben Lomond on the banks of Loch Lomond. It's Ben Lomond on the banks of Lake Wakatipu on the South Island of New Zealand. And wow, what an incredible place. A bit cold up top, sun's going down, so I'm just wanting to make my way back. But wow, incredible. Let's take it back a year. First we had to make it to New Zealand. And after a brief stop in Singapore, we were soon to be looking upon our new home, Aotearoa, New Zealand. We love Wellington for its rugged looks and the easy access to the water. We can be in the city 1 minute and driving alongside the remote coast 10 minutes later, watching the seal colonies and looking over to the South Island. We also love the bird life that New Zealand is famous for. Wellington is known for being the windy city, and we love a stormy day. It brings dramatic scenery and a host of new activities. being able to finish work, grab my dive gear and go and see what the Pacific Ocean has to offer. You never know what you are going to see. The one thing living in New Zealand has unlocked to us is its close proximity to the Pacific Islands. I had never even heard of the country Niue before moving here. It's now one of my favourite places in the world. From the moment we arrived, we could see whales from our deck. And from time to time, the dolphins would pass by. As cool as it is seeing them on the surface, watching them underwater is a much better experience. And like the dolphins, it's great seeing whales on the water, but nothing beats seeing them underwater. The one thing I really enjoyed about the snorkeling and diving here was being able to hear the whales most of the times you're in the water. It was very surreal and very eerie. The water in Niue is ridiculously clear, and as such, it makes it a world-class diving and snorkeling location. Niue is a coral atoll, and as such, there aren't many beaches on it. In fact, there's only one above the water and one below.
What?
Will you marry me?
Yeah. Let's get it on.
After that magical moment, we spent the rest of our time bathing in locations ancient kings would visit and explored the various chasms and other nature that this wonderful island nation had to offer. Oh yeah, and we got a puppy, Aria. Cycling through the vineyards of Marlborough. Amy and the dog behind. We had to start figuring out the basics. How to take your dog wine tasting. How to get your dog in the hot tub. And kayaking. The one thing Greater Wellington does have is some really scenic locations that are great for walking the dog. As well as great local walks in New Zealand, it is also home to many of the great walks. One of these is the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, a walk through Mordor to Mount Doom itself. hardest thing about living the other side of the planet is distance from friends and family. And having my mum come and visit was special. It was great to show her the places we visit and the nature and lifestyle we get to enjoy over here. For her birthday, we showed her the world-class snorkelling and dive location, the Poor Knights Islands. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll leave you with this montage of our winter campervan trip to the South Island.
Try to organize my mind while the world falls behind. Slow waltz around the sun. Every year reveals a change. Looking back now, feeling strange. We all learn to be someone. What happens next? What happens next? Won't pretend to know. What happens next? I heard you say to love is to let go. Turning out the light again while I wrestle what's within. Looking out for a friend. What's the one rule we forgot? Say the story or the plot. Something new is overdue.